books in which we can get the meaning, and books are not available, translations are not frequently. We may get some old edition, but that is again not, I have seen so many libraries, translations are not available. But to understand Ayurveda properly, these are needed. To get the important texts like Charak Samhita, Sushu Samhita, Bhavaprakasha, Ashtang Hridaya, etc., method has been explained in Tantra Yukti. I will give in detail about Tantra Yukti. I will discuss little bit in detail later on. But what is Tantra Yukti? These are strategies. Shortly, we can understand here that shows interdisciplinary approach. That means if I want to get the import of the sutras or the shlokas of any of these granthas, they have told that how should we go ahead. I will tell when I will discuss this. There is a need to consult different philosophical treatises like Nyaya, Mimamsa, etc., even Arthashastram, Panini Vyakaranam, but these are written in Sanskrit, and if one does not understand the Sanskrit, it will be difficult for a person to get the meaning of these things very clearly. There is a linguist, Sapi, beautifully has written, keeping the social environment in mind, or the meaning of the poetry, or the any book which is translated, and he says, Sapir gives a very insightful view. Language is a guide to social reality. It powerfully conditions all our thinking about social problems and processes. As I told earlier, even medical science comes under the social environment. So the language which is used in that empowers, if it is Sanskrit, that empowers us to understand the conditions in which these books are written. If I don't know Sanskrit, how can I get the import of this? Human beings are very much at the mercy of the particular language which has become the medium of instruction for their society. That means translation work cannot give the or clear the picture. The real world is to a large extent unconsciously built upon the language habits of the group. No languages are ever sufficiently similar to be considered as representing the same social reality. That is the limitation of the translation. If I translate Sanskrit Granthas, it cannot give the clear picture. And Sapir is not a common person. He has too much experience. He has given so many linguistic theories. And he says, no languages are ever sufficiently similar to be considered as representing the same social reality what he is talking earlier. The words in which different societies live are distinct words, not merely the same words with different labels attached. We see and hear and otherwise experience very largely as we do because the language habits of our community predispose certain choices of interpretation. Kaha vipraya yasmin samaje kopi grantha likhitah asti tasya samajasya ya bhasha asti samajik tatyanam varnanam taya bhashaye kritah vartate. What is written in English, I am giving the gist. अर्थात एकस्याम भाषायाम यदि कोपि बिंदु स्पष्टः कृतः अस्ति इदम अनिवार्यं न अस्ति यदा अनुवादः क्रियते तदा अन्य भाषायामपि वयं तं बिंदुं स्वीकरिष्यामः. कारणं स्पष्टमेव अस्ति. प्रत्येकं समाजस्य आधारः भाषा अस्ति. प्रत्येकं समाजस्य च भाषा भिन्न रूपेण भवति. वयं भावं वदामः, but we cannot reproduce the actual position what he says here. I can't go in detail because of the time constraints. So I think you must have got my idea. There are 6 main approaches within contemporary translation. When we talk of translation, and it is very clearly written there, what are the problems? It is written in translation. When we talk of theory of translation, These things are written there. They say there are 6 approaches. Social linguistic, basically, now more approaches have also come. Social linguistic approach, the communicative approach, the hermeneutic approach, the linguistic approach, the literary approach, and the semiotic approach. But they say, but all approaches have their own limitations or problems as challenges to import the original idea. No translation can give the original idea. And these challenges are because of some points like translating language structure. Each and every language has its different structure, and the structure of Sanskrit is totally typical of type, very clear. No language has that type of grammar as written for Sanskrit. Very scientific. I have no time at the moment. How could I explain the question of scientific nature of the Sanskrit? If we get some time, we will see sometimes. In the same way, translating idioms and expressions, idiomatic language, it cannot be translated. Translating the compound words, it's very interesting for us. Asmakam krite mahatvapurna bindu asti. When compound words are there, samasta padani yada santi, it becomes very difficult to translate the samasta padani, compound words. Yatha Ayurveda. Ayo Vedaha अथवा आयो कृते वेदः आयुना वेदा कते रूपाणि अस्माकं पुरतः आगमिष्यन्ति. Samas is there. Why I say it is very important for us? It is very important because of this reason. Mostly Ayurveda granthas are written in poetry. Some are written in sutras. Even sutra has compound words. When we say poetry, kavya rupena asti. Swabhavikam asti, tat chandaha agacchati. When we will discuss little bit about Ashtanga Hriday, we will see there how many types of chandas are used there. When chand comes, that means meter. Yada chandaha bhavati, tada swabhavikam asti, shabdanam seema bhavishyati. Limitations of used words. Yadi shabdanam seema asti, sandhi bhavishyati. If one cannot do sandhi viched, they cannot understand the compound word. And in Sanskrit, if you go through the Charak Samhita or Ashtanga Hridayam or any granth, it is full of compound words, and it is very clearly written in the theoretical aspect of translation books that translating compound words creates a problem. Samasta bhasha यदा वयम अनुवादं कुर्मः समस्यां वयम अनुभवामः परंतु संस्कृतस्य तत्र अस्माकं आयुर्वेदस्य ग्रंथेषु प्रायः समस्त पदानां प्रयोगः कृतः अस्ति. यदि वयं संस्कृतं न जानीमः कथं वयं विच्छेदं करिष्यामः. अगेन तन्त्रयुक्ति मध्ये ते उक्तवन्तः वयं द्रक्ष्यामः. Missing names in the translations, this is again a problem. Two word verbs, that is again a problem. And Sanskrit, many times in Sanskrit, when sutras are there, they don't use the verb because it is evergreen. That means if they say yoga chitta vritti nirodha, no verb has been used because it is an eternal truth. In the same way, in Ayurveda grantheshu, yada sutrani agachanti, tatra praya verb kriya padanam prayogah nasti. यदि हम संस्कृतं सम्यक् न जानामि अहम भावं गन्तुम् अपि समर्थः न भविष्यामि. मूलस्य तु भिन्न भाषा एव, भावमपि न अवगमिष्यामः. Multiple meanings in the translation, translating the sarkas. अर्थात if I don't understand the Sanskrit, I can't get the meaning of all those granthas. Now, when we study Ayurveda, we need such type of granthas like to understand or to get the import what is given in Ayurveda. Abhidhana Kosh, Amar Kosh, पूर्वं विद्वान् शब्द कल्पद्रुम इत्यादि कोशः सन्ति. अश्वविद्या, आयुर्वेदः, तस्य भिन्न ग्रन्थः. केवलम् आयुर्वेदस्य एकः अथवा ग्रन्थद्वयं न, not only one or two. गणितं, गांधर्व वेदः, चित्रकला, ज्योतिषम, धर्मशास्त्रम, नाट्यम, नृत्यम, योगः, रत्न परीक्षा, राजनीति, वाणिज्यम, वास्तुकला, व्याकरणम, षड्दर्शनानि, हस्ती शिक्षा. All these have been referred in Ayurveda Granthas. You must be knowing it. All these are written in Sanskrit. And many are not translated. How can I get the meaning? If someone wants to research, do something that is research, shodham kartum ichchati. तत्र एतेषां ग्रन्थानाम् आवश्यकता अस्ति अर्थं ज्ञातुं भावं ज्ञातुं. Translations are not available. It means I can't justify my research work. Basically what is called, as research is going on nowadays, that's a different issue. Many people I know of Ayurveda stream, they came to me, can you help us in that way? Because we don't know Sanskrit. Then I say you can do, and I tell something, I give them some instructions, and slowly and gradually they get it. But it is very clear, Ayurveda is interdisciplinary discipline. That means many other granthas are to be used. If I can't know Sanskrit, I cannot take the help of those granthas. Karanam spashtam asti, tesham bhashyani api na santi, punas uplabdhani, bhashyani uplabdhani na santi, and they are not translated also. So it will be difficult for me. Mam krite samasya bhavishyati shodham kartum. As I told, I will quote some examples now. Limitations or challenges of translation I was talking. That's Sima Anuvada se punha avarani kidashani santi. There is a book by Rajiv Malhotra ji, Being Differentity. There is a book. There is a chapter 5 especially. It is written non-translatable Sanskrit words. Words of digestion. He has given some other meaning there, which can't be translated. How can we understand it? For example, as we see today, religion and dharma, these are not equivalent. We can't translate moksha. In Ayurveda Granth, Prarambhe moksha shabda se prayoga krita si. How can I get it? It is not only liberation. Not liberation in the sense people use. Mukti, tasmin sandarbhe na asti yatha janah chintayanti. Bhinna arthaha santi. Anubandha chantushtayam. It cannot be explained. As I told, every book, every discipline has some philosophy. Ayurveda has its own philosophy, which is based on Prachina Bharat philosophy. Those are written in sutras, all Shaddarshanani. I can't go ahead while studying Ayurveda without Yoga Darshanam. Yoga Darshan is in sutras. The whole all the sutras are written in compound words. It is very difficult for a new person who does not know Sanskrit to get the import of those words. As I told, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha Kaha Viprahayanena. Words are also not used. Vayamatra ekam udahanam svikurmaha. Ek shabdam pashyama vaidya iti. Let us see one word vaidya as an example. Mostly what we do, Vaidya is a doctor. But Vaidya is not only a doctor. Vidya yogat vaidyatvam. Vidya arthat jnana se prakriyayam sahasti. Charak संहितायाम तत्र उक्तम अस्ति. विद्या इतनेन का अभिप्राय वैदिक गुण के सुंदर रूपेण चरक संहिता में विमान स्थान के परेवदात शुतता, परिदृष्टिकर्मता, दाक्ष्यम, शौचम, जित हस्तता, उपकरण वक्ता, सर्वेन्द्रियोपनत्ता, प्रकृतिज्यता प्रतिपज्यता च यदि एते गुणाः न सन्ति वैद्यः वैद्यः न स्वीक्रियते। अन्यथा चिकित्सकः शब्दः अपि अस्ति। सुश्रुत मध्ये किं लिखितमस्ति? वैद्यश्च तत्त्वाधिगत शास्त्रार्थः स्वयं कृति लघुहस्तः शुचिः शूरः सज्जोपस्कर भेषजः प्रत्युत्पन्न मते धीमान व्यवसायी विशारदा सत्य धर्मपरा यदि एते गुणाः न उपलब्धाः सन्ति किं वैद्यः वैद्यः इति कथ्यते। So we can't translate Vaidya as a doctor or the Chikitsak only. Chikitsak is a totally different word and Vaidya has a different connotation, different meaning. How can I consult or how can I translate it? एवमेव कुलीनो धार्मिका स्निग्धा सुभृता सततोत्थिता अलुब्धो अशठो भक्तः कृतज्ञः प्रियदर्शना क्रोध पश्यतु। How many words have been used for him or her? वैद्यस्य शस्त्र कर्मणि गुणः पश्यतु कथं ते उक्तवन्तः। द्विविधो वैद्यः प्राणाभिसरः पुनः रोगाभिसरः चरक संहितायां। How can I translate this word? How can I get the import of this word? In which context it is used? As we will see Tantra Yukti, in which context it is used? If I don't understand the Sanskrit, I don't know. Yes, I can get some meaning, but I cannot actually get what does the writer want to say there. वस्तुतः लेखकः किं कथयितुम् इच्छति वयं ज्ञातुम् असमर्थाः भविष्यामः। Professor R.H. Singh about Ayurveda, he writes somewhere, there is a Charak Samhita and a Bhumikayam, Salikhati, Ayurveda is based on an unique pro-nature holistic approach to life. Yatha Muktavan Upanishad Suktam Asti. Agre Drakshama Ityasanabi Upanishata Katham Tataha Sambandha Vartate Upanishad Bhisaha. Health and cure, for which its own philosophy, higher physics, biology, and biomedicines in tune with the Vedic unified field theories of Atman, Brahman, continuum, and Lok Purush Samya and Vishesh law of nature. Relationship with the Vedic literature. It means to understand the Ayurveda, I need Vedic literature. Vedic language has its own beauty and meanings. As I told, Upanishadam Bhasha Ayurveda Grantheshu Prayukta Asti. If I can't get this is a beautiful shloka. Hiranmayan Patren Satyasyapi Hitamukham Tatvam Pushan Apavenu Satya Dharma Drishtaye. How can I translate it? What is Pushan? People have translated sun. It is not only sun, it is a quality Pushan. It is an adjective. Atman, Brahman. What's the meaning of Atman? Not the people as think of. It's binding for people. When we use these words in a modern context, they have different meaning. We cannot get it. That's why to understand the philosophy of Ayurveda, we need such type of thing as it is told here. यदि वयं वस्तुतः आयुर्वेदस्य दर्शनम् अवगन्तुम् इच्छामः स्वाभाविकम् अस्ति वैदिक साहित्यस्य अपि आवश्यकता भविष्यति। तत्र यथा भौतिक शास्त्रं जीव विज्ञानम् अथवा औषध संदर्भे किमपि उक्तम् अस्ति, यदि अहं भाषां न जानामि, if I don't understand that language, I cannot get it. In linguistics, they say very clear, each and every subject has its own language, peculiar language. Yet prayukti iti kathyate. Angla bhashayam register iti kathyate. That means a language is used in a particular discipline cannot be used in the same sense. For example, equality. In mathematics, it has a different meaning, equal. In political science, equal has different meaning. In history, it talks of culture, etc. In economics, it has a different meaning. In commerce, it has a different meaning. Physics, it has a different meaning. In mathematics, as I told, it has a different meaning. So, भाषा विज्ञान दृष्ट्या प्रत्येकं विषयस्य भाषाया किंचित वैशिष्ट्यं भवति. वाणिज्यस्य भाषा अस्ति, language of commerce, engineering, literature. In the same way, Ayurvedasya api bhasha asti, and the words which are used in Ayurveda may have different meanings in other. So if I want to really get the import, I need the context, and that is told. Tantra yukti asmin sandarbhe mahatapurna asti. Shabd sanachana, how the words have been constructed. Vakya sanachana कीदृशी अस्ति, शब्दावली कीदृशी अस्ति, पुनः विशिष्टः प्रयोगाः अपि तत्र भवन्ति. Some special uses are there which are idiomatic. How can we get it? And you know, in Ayurveda granthas, many nyaya bhasha, nyaya tatra uktani tatra prayuktani. Tadrishani vakyani prayuktani santi. When I go through Ayurveda granthas, I see such type of special uses. I can't understand. If I know the Sanskrit, then I have to consult the dictionaries also, which are again in Sanskrit. Because we are talking of Sanskrit, now Sanskrit, there are some special features of Sanskrit which are to understand. Otherwise, we can't get the meaning. Shrishta bhasha, what does it mean? That means, if we see in Sanskrit, the case signs or the karak chihnani yat kathyante, the case signs are attached to the word. For example, Ram me, of Ram, but in Sanskrit, Ramasya. That's why words come here and there. There is no sequence. For that we have to do anvay. Anvay krite vyakaranasya avashyakata asti. But if I don't understand the vyakaran, how can I do it? Sangya, kriya, shabdana bhinnani rupani. There are different forms. Akarant, akarant, ikarant, ukarant. If I don't know Sanskrit properly, how can I understand that? Ling, vachan, ante, varn, vachya. That means passive, active, but there is bhav vachyas. Vakya sanachana. Visheshan, vishesha madhya sambandha. Avyay padani. Paddeshu praya samast padanam prayogaha. Anavayasya avashakta bhavati. Pad sanjanam. We should understand the difference between shabd and pada, which are not taken care in other languages. So we have to understand which words or the what padas are used in this one. I told Tantra Yukti Sandarbhe. In Charak Samhita, Sushruta, somewhere 32, somewhere 36, Tantra Yukta Prayukta Santi. इसके आगे हम चर्चा फिर करने भी जा रहे हैं. परंतु अर्थ बोधन प्रक्रिया, interpretational process, they have very clearly said, after completing Charak in the almost last chapter, they say, to get the meaning of Ayurveda or the Charak Samhita, you should understand the process of how to get the meaning, how to import the meaning. That is called Tantra Yukta. That is again a research methodology. Vaigyanik Paddhati. These are used in Charak Samhita, Sushruta, Kavyashastra, Arthashastra, Vyakaranashastra, Nyaya Darshan, Nyaya Shastre api. और तत्र सुश्रुत संहिता मध्ये ते पृच्छन्ति अत्रासाम तंत्र युक्ति नाम किम प्रयोजन, why these tantra yuktis are used. They say vakya yojanam arth yojanam cha, to get the meaning of the sentences and get the meaning of the words. There is a beautiful book by W.K. Lele. It's a very beautiful book, and this is the book. You may see it. And the name of the book is Methodology of Ancient Indian Sciences. He says there, they firmly believe, that means Indians at that time, they firmly believe that the continuous process of gaining knowledge of different branches of learning with unwavering devotion and untiring efforts was absolutely necessary for the growth and development of human culture. Medicine or the Ayurveda becomes the part of human culture. It means Ayurveda is creating a culture, and the language of culture is Sanskrit. How can I understand? Katham aham charak sahitam avgamishyami yadi ham sanskritam na janami. Bhavam kyanchad avgamishyami. But thorough knowledge cannot be attained. They say with the aid of their physics, physical and mental faculties, such as hearing. Beautifully they say hearing, observation, analysis, reflection, experimentation, and judgment. The ancient Indian thinkers discovered newer and yet newer fields of investigation and acquired knowledge of the natural world around them and also emotional world within them, both at the individual and the institutional level. That shows to get the full meaning, we need understanding of these granthas, and that is through only Sanskrit. As I told, book is methodology of ancient Indian sciences, what is called Doctrine of Tantra Yuktis by Professor W.K. Lele. It is published by Chokhamba Sura Bharati Prakashan Varanasi, which is available. He quotes two thinkers, C.K. Rajaji and T. Burrow. C.K. Rajaji says, there is no subject under the sun on which something has not been written in Sanskrit. And as I told, Vaidya Shastram Avagantum Anya Vishayanam Avashyakata Asti Te api Grantha Sanskrite Likhita Santi. How can I get the meaning? T. Burrow says there is a book on Sanskrit language, Sanskrit language by T. Burrow. It's a beautiful book. They say after this time, that means after 2nd century BC, and particularly during the early centuries of the Christian era, a great corpus of technical scientific literature covering the fields of philosophy, medicines, politics, and administration, etc., came into existence. Not only these, dictionaries also came in existence. પરંતુ those dictionaries are written in Sanskrit as Shabd Kalpadrum Yadaham Uktaman Tadanugunam Yadiham Sanskritam Na Janami Katham Aham Shabdan Avgamishami. How can I understand the technical scientific literature? Ateva Muktaman. Interpretation of scientific works like Charak Samhita, they use why it is needed Tarka Tantra Yukteha Tasya Karanani Dattani Santi Sameha Nasyate. I can't explain, just hinting that these shlokas are available to show you that how is it. But one I can read here. Asad Vad Prayuktanam Vakyanam Pratishedhanam Swavakya Siddhirapicha Kriyate Tantra Yuktita Tantra Yuktinam Dwara Evayam Shabdanam Artham Avgantum Samartha Iti Tatruktam. Upri api likhtam Vakya se asambaddhasya yojanam Sambandhanam Vakya yojanam Leenasya asangatasya Arthasya yojanam Sangati karanam cha Artha yojanam. Sushu Sahitayam yat likhitam asti. Vastutah yukti iti yu dhatu asti. साधन संदर्भे अस्ति योजने प्रयोगे व्यवहारे उपाय संयोजने किमर्थम लिखितवान एकस्य शब्द से कति अर्थाः सन्ति एषः शब्द उपायवाची शब्दः अस्ति परिणामतः यदि हम अर्थम अवगन्तुम् इच्छामि मम कृते कः अर्थः उपयुक्तः अस्ति कः उपाय संदर्भे अस्ति तत् मया द्रष्टव्यं which is appropriate for me. I have to see the context. If I can't, it is not possible. There is a book, Bhartrihare Vakyapadiyam. He also says, Sansargo viprayogascha sahacharyam virodhita artha prakaranam lingam shabdasya anyasya sannidhi. If we want to get the meaning, sansarga, that context is needed. Viprayoga, viprit prayoga api avashakaha. Sahacharyam, how, which is nearby, that is also needed. Virodhita kutrasi, tatrapi avashakta asti. So, prakaranam yadi vayam na janima, lingam na janima, shabdasya vayam artham na avgamishyama. Beautifully it is said, and this is told by this Charak Samhitayam also. Evam eva Sushu Samhitayam api Bhartrihare siddhantaha tatra tantra yukti rupen prayuktaha santi iti. Tantra yuktaha kati santi tatra sarvesham yuktinam sarvasam yuktinam kah ityadi bhi kah vipraya तत्रुक्तम अस्ति वयं द्रक्ष्यामः। परन्तु अरुण दत्तः तत्र कमेंटेटर वदति तनोति विपुलान अर्थान तत्समन्वितान त्राणं च कुरुते यस्मात् तंत्रम अभिधीयते। यस्य द्वारा वयं अर्थस्य विशदीकरणं कुर्मः, अर्थस्य भावम् अवगच्छामः। भिन्न भिन्न संदर्भेषु यदा अर्थः उक्तः अस्ति, कः अभिप्रायः अस्ति, what is the meaning of a single word which is used in different context, that is the purpose of tantra yukti, to clarify the meaning. तत्र कति तंत्रयुक्तः नामानि संस्कृते श्लोकेषु अस्ति, but here it is written अधिकरण योगः. I am giving you the English terminology also. This is the English terminology which is given in the Sushru Samhita. Charak Samhita has added 4 more tantra yuktis. These are strategies to get the meaning.